Hello everyone, Kevvl here once again, bringing you Kirbyception. Also known as Let's Play Kirby's Adventure Episode 2, Ice Cream Island, which does not actually have any ice cream, but it does have exploding coconuts. Quite literally, they're called explosive coconuts, and while they taste delicious, they do explode, so be wary of that. To protect you, always bring a parasol. Aside from protecting you from the sun's rays, parasols are great at protecting you from exploding coconuts. And enemies. Pretty much anything that touches the top of the parasol will explode. I guess when you're dodging nuclear fusion rays, you gotta be able to take on explosions. That right there is a Scarfy, and you don't want to inhale it because it will try and kill you. And again, everything will try and kill you, but you can't inhale those, they're even worse. Gently floating along, using the parasol to my advantage, and also destroying bombs with it. Now we're going to pick up the tornado power-up. It's actually quite strong. You're pretty much invincible except in the very brief period where Kirby is not spinning. And you can fly very quickly, very powerfully while using it. 4, not bad. Now it's time to go catch some eggs with the minigame. Egg Catcher. Sounds a lot easier than it really is. Because, being D2D, he's also throwing bombs. If you catch one bomb, the game ends. Oops! And there goes the game. All we got is points. Oh well, we'll make it up later. Enemy over there is Bounder, which only appears in this game. In later games, it's replaced by flying pig-like enemies. Don't know why they did that in Nightmare in Dreamland, but oh well. And now, Kirby's terrible driving. I can always imagine Kirby trying to get somewhere, but failing miserably and exploding. As you can see, Ice Cream Island has only the best housing operations for its citizens and tourists. And a Grand Wheelie, which, of course, we're going to get, because every time you see a wheel, you should always inhale it. Usually in Kirby, there are segments like this, which involve simply driving forward and destroying everything. But it's no longer useful past that. Instead, we want the beam power-up. It's not often someone will say, I want the beam power-up, but this is actually necessary for a secret in the next level. And hey, almost got it! Very nice. Alrighty then. Oh, that's close enough, I better go for it. Because honestly, if I don't get this, it'll be sad. Aha! Got it! But naturally the next one will be much further away, and not that bad. I'll go for it. Might as well. Sweet! A 4-up. Not bad at all. And moving on to level 3, where we find some more inhabitants wielding parasols. Extremely deadly weapons. Despite being such an early game weapon, in fact in most games it's the first weapon you get, the beam is actually pretty strong. Mostly because it kills everything in one hit, but of course, the UFO is stronger. Which is especially true because the UFO has a beam installed in it. So you get the best of both worlds. And we can destroy some extremely ugly fish. They look like pirate heads that with giant noses. I honestly have no idea what those are supposed to be. Go over here for that 1-up. And don't bother going downwards, there's absolutely nothing down there. Whoops. Bronto Bert's trying to corner me. And now we must fight Meta Knight's friends. I guess the people of Dreamland are getting tired of Kirby destroying everything with bombs. So they're trying to kill us, but unfortunately aren't very good at it. Whoops. There we go. In level 6, we actually get to fight Meta Knight himself, but until then, we're stuck killing his cronies. Now, why Meta Knight wants us dead when just last episode we were given a lollipop from him, I have no idea. But, oh well. Aha! Much better! A 1-up. Perfect. If only we could get the UFO off that. And then again, I guess it would disappear the moment we exited the door, but still. Be a nice power-up to get. And the museum. Of the two, I think laser is going to be a bit more useful. On to level 4, which is just barely in front of level 2. If you're falling down a long corridor and hold down, Kirby will kill anything that decides to touch him. Otherwise, jumping on enemies does not give you the Mario effect, but still nice. And in case you took damage from the fall, Maxim Tomato. Here, we're definitely going to want the stone power-up. I've always found this the best possible weapon to use against Mr. Tick-Tock, the gigantic, anthropomorphic alarm clock. Whoops, I seem to be very bad at using the stone power-up. Let's do this properly now. Die! Thank you. Oh, missed. Just barely. And now he's on top of me. While in stone, Kirby is utterly invincible. Which is useful, but at the same time, the fact that I can't leave the stone without taking damage is a bit annoying. But he's dead now, so we're good. And we got the mic power-up, which I can demonstrate on a couple Scarfies over here. Perfect. Kirby is a terrible singer. And no, we don't want that, because we want laser beams. Otherwise, we can't get that one up. Whoops. There we go. A wonderful addition of the laser is the fact that it can bounce off of corners, making it quite versatile in some situations. Of course, as usual, most of these situations seem geared towards the laser only, so it's really only overshadowing when it needs to be. Otherwise, the laser's terrible. Come on now. But still better than the spark. Oh, almost a 1-up, but not quite. And onward to the arena. 2 fighters go in, but only 1 will leave. Get a Maxim Tomato if you win. And, considering we're fighting Mr. Walrus, you can only guess who's going to leave. That's right, Kirby. With the free Maxim Tomato. Not that I really needed it, but it was nice. You can enter arenas as much as you want, so good way to stock up on health or certain power-ups. Now I've officially seen everything. Cannons on umbrellas. They must be genetically altered super umbrellas or extremely lightweight cannons. Bit of... I think it's supposed to be like soda pop or a bottle of water, but it... for some reason... I always think it's cleaning fluid. Also, let's try for a mix. See what we get. Tornado! That'll do. Naughty, which gives you the sleep power-up. And more of that soda cleaning supplies. No real point in going down there other than that. One of these things is not like the other. And it's a door! Which gives us some meteors. Not really useful, but it's there. Ooh, extremely rare enemy, which gives us the high jump. Instead of pressing the B button to jump, press the A button and you'll fly into the air. But, well, that's what a crash bomb does. And that's not an apple. Poppy Bros Jr. is confused. Oh well. And with that, it's time for the boss. And we don't want the high jump for that. Because really, the high jump is not a very good power-up. It's pretty much only useful against Krako. Anyway, it's time for Paint Roller. He rolls around the screen, and then paints things. But since he's painting things, you can eat what he's painting. Some of the things will give you power-ups. I think you can actually get the Crash Bomb from this guy. Or the Elusive Ball power-up. Quite skilled with those roller skates, isn't he? Whoop! Parasol, which flies towards you. Car. I believe that gives you the wheel. No, it doesn't give you the wheel power-up. Kirby will only get a power-up if he's flashing while inhaling something. That gives you the spark, though. This one gives you the microphone. And Paint Roller is dead. Hooray! Well, that's all for today. So, until next time, this is Kevvl signing off. Ciao.